Hello there, Anna. All right, let's work through this correction. Very sorry for the delay. Just had a ton of students working with us at the moment, but don't worry. From now on, going forward, we'll prioritize your essays. Sorry about that.
Task number 2. Answer. This topic makes me think about how I've been introduced to Greenpeace. I do remember it was high school, whereas our school obliged the students to join a club, join this.
Okay, so there was 2 issues here. Like, I don't know if it was the technology, but there was like 2 words that I just did not get. Okay, so I'll just...
This topic makes me think about how I've been introduced to Greenpeace. I do remember it was high school.
Okay, so the second time I listened, I do remember it was high school. Okay, so perhaps maybe slow down, unless it's the technology, but it could be worth, just slowing down. It's always clearer if somebody slows down the speaking.
School? Whereas our school obliged the students to...
Whereas all obliged to... it sounds like there's a conjunction there, but I don't know, so that word would really need to, slow down again, and whichever word it was, if you say it slower, probably be able to catch it.
To join a club. So my friends and I, we had decided to join this Young Environmentalist Society.
We had decided, and I saw this mistake in your writing too. Okay, so as I said in the writing, when we use had, it's something that's happened in the past and it's finished. Yeah? When I was younger, I had a bike. I no longer have that bike. Okay? So, although it's true you had decided and you finished, it's not really the appropriate tense. You say, we decided, because the action's now ended, and we don't want to sort of like emphasize that period when we decided. Okay? It's not necessary in this case, but with my example of the bike, I'm emphasizing that I had one when I was younger, but now I no longer have one. Whereas in this case, we decided. And that's not, we had decided, but then changed our mind. Now the emphasis is on, that now it's appropriate to use had, because we're saying that we made this decision and we changed it. Okay? I think it's easier if you go online and find a description rather than... there's plenty of descriptions which would be more succinct, but I hope you get the gist.
Our moderator introduced us with Greenpeace. She even showed...
Our monitor introduced us to Greenpeace. Okay, so on your error list, just make a note of this preposition, introduced us with. I think it's probably from Spanish, I guess.
Several of clips to Greenpeace. She even shown us several of clips.
Several clips. She introduced us to Greenpeace. She even showed us, that's a good little phrase there, several clips.
To have a general idea what this do, what it is.
To get a general idea, not what they do, the organization, what they do, okay?
What are the projects involved too? So we learned that Greenpeace is an international organization. Charity, actually.
Okay, a charity, actually. Okay, so well done for defining it and being a little bit more descriptive, a little bit more specific. And by being specific, Anna, especially with examples, and the same with the writing, we have the opportunity to expand our vocabulary score, our lexical resource score.
Whereas it helps the earth. Well, I found that Greenpeace is an international organization. Charity, actually. Whereas it helps the earth. Well, I found that their objective is very noble.
Okay, so you used although correctly, I guess. Maybe setting it up. I guess you're going to say something against it. But whereas was used incorrectly. Okay? Whereas is when you're comparing, sort of like two different viewpoints, maybe.
Because unlike with other organizations or charity organizations, which aims to help unprivileged certain groups,
Which aims to help, okay? Or which aims, sorry, other organizations which aim to help underprivileged groups. Good vocabulary.
unlike adolescents, child, or refugee.
I didn't get
So
that
I
one.
think
I didn't get that last one. Side note, tip, when you give lists, go in 3. Yeah? Also try and make them parallel. Adolescents, children, and, I don't know, the elderly. Okay? And there we've got sort of like 3, they're all plural. Yeah? And it's 1, 2, and 3. And it just makes it a little bit easier for the listener. That's what we are expecting when we give lists.
it's very noble because it saves everyone inside the earth, the life of the animals, the lives of the human, even the environment.
Okay, the humans. Okay. Also, we don't say inside the earth. We say everybody on earth.
So after I know or been introduced with this international group, I'm still inclined to help, to be part of it somehow in some little ways, because I don't know how I can be a part of the organization in the bigger picture. So I try to help in my own way.
Great little phrase there. Great phrase. You know, I don't know how to help in the bigger picture, but I help in my own little way. Great work.
Whereas I do help with recycling, reducing plastic waste, and support with.
Okay, so maybe whereas is, you know, maybe you're using it like sin embargo. Yeah, I'm guessing. So what you could say instead of whereas, but however, I do help with recycling, you know.
With the earth are. And then, yeah, this is how I've been introduced and known Greenpeace. I hope you like it.
Okay, so good work. Slow down, I think. Be careful about your intonation. Yeah, because we're kind of like stressing the incorrect points. There's sort of like an idea is coming in and bing, bang, boom. Yeah, and that's not really the melody. And I think when the idea comes in or the vocabulary arrives, we go up and then we kind of slow it down. And it's not, we don't emphasize the words when we remember them. We want to emphasize an important point of the sentence, you see? So that's the correct way to use the emphasis. Great work, though. Great work.